right, we've got Mahurin Family Foundation head coach Hank Plona. Coach will open up with a statement, and we'll jump into questions.
I guess it's better to get a win after a game like that than get a loss, but obviously, for the most part, I think there was maybe a 10-minute stretch late in the first half and early in the second half where I thought we played like we're capable of playing, and there's probably 18 minutes before and about 13 minutes after where we did not play too well, in my opinion. Just a lot of things to clean up. We looked a little sluggish all week, to be perfectly honest with you. Coming back from that trip, I wouldn't say we had any of our best 10 to 20 practices of the year, and it showed today. You're always going to play the way that you perform and the way that you practice. So obviously better to, I say, win by 1 or 100 and you move on, but obviously this time of year you want to get a lot better. I don't think that we showed the team that we're capable of being tonight. Obviously Evansville had a lot to do with that. At the same time, we were aware what they could do, and I think that if our effort, intensity, togetherness, communication, and all things go into winning basketball were a little bit better, I think we could have affected them much better than we did. So pleased to get a win, probably disappointed a little bit certainly with the beginning of the game and the end of the game, but obviously we'll learn from it and we'll get ready to go to Marshall on Wednesday.
I thought in some ways this kind of set up as a challenging night for you guys offensively, going against a team that defends that interior really well with Turnbull. I mean, obviously, 9 blocks tonight, 11 overall. It just kind of affected you guys, I thought, just the way they played. Yeah,
I would agree with that. You know, some of our, Teague and Mello, for sure. Those two guys are probably more, get to the rim, get to the free throw line type guys, and they're combined 7 for 19, which is probably the worst that they've been. So yeah, I think every game we play, there's going to be challenges that affect us. I certainly don't think we're some superpower team that anything's going to be very easy. So yeah, I would agree. I think their size for sure bothered us. I don't know that we really finished over or around them. We probably need to be a little bit more disciplined at finishing, mid-range when it's there, and also driving and kicking at times. So I think sometimes we just, we kind of put our head down and plowed in there, and I don't think that worked very well at all. And obviously, Turnbull's a heck of a presence at the rim.
Of course, a bright spot for you off the bench, Ryan Myers. He had 19 in the first half, 27 overall. Was it a matchup specific success for him, or has he been one of the players that was a bright spot in practice heading into this match?
Yeah, I don't really know. I think Ryan's Ryan's made 200-something threes in his career, so we expect Ryan to be a player that can step out. Obviously, he has a couple of good games in the Bahamas shooting the ball, so he's been shooting the ball a little bit better, and statistically, he needs to do a little bit more than just shoot, whether it's rebound or steals. But I thought he was solid on defense too. I thought, in general, the reason I guess scoring is part of it, but I didn't think he was one of the guys that was really a weak spot on defense, and I thought it was probably an all-around decent game. We'll go back and watch the film, but we just want those guys to play with confidence and stay right in the moment, and I thought Ryan did a pretty good job of that tonight.
I think you guys were down 10 with about 12-something left in the first half. After that, part of it was Ryan started to heat up, but was there a shift in anything you guys were doing to attack them?
I don't really know. The last 12 minutes of the game is a little distracting on my mind right now, so the first half of that game seems like a long time ago. But no, at one point I think he had 13 of the first, or 12 of the first 20-something points. So I don't know. If teams are going to not guard us at the three-point line due to, looking at a statistic and saying we don't score from there, okay, we got to make them pay, and we have guys who can shoot the ball. So, like I said, I haven't been worried about our shooting all year. I don't think it's been anything. That's going to take care of itself. We shot 45% from 3 tonight. If anything, we probably got to shoot the ball, and rather than plowing into 2 6'10" guys in the game, we probably got to drive and kick and shoot better shots and play together and play inside out. So we need to continue. Obviously Ryan's 7 for 10, but the rest of the team's 2 for 10. So to me, nobody else is really. There was other times where we should catch and shoot the ball. Late in the game, Grant had one from the corner that was wide open, and he just didn't shoot it and put his head down. So obviously we need to me, basketball is all about preparation. If you don't feel like you're prepared to excel and succeed in the moment, then you're going to get a little hesitant. And then when you're hesitant, you cannot play. You got to be confident. You got to make, when you make a decision in basketball, you got to make it with no hesitation. And I thought Ryan played in that mode tonight, and I really didn't think we had too many other guys that had that same mindset today. So we got to get back and have some good practices and prepare and build some real confidence.
I thought Moeller, obviously for them, it was kind of a wild card. Averaging about 6, he puts 21.
Yeah, he shot the ball better than he has all year. He made 6 threes going into the game. They said on the radio that we knew it was a good three-point shooting team. They're about 340th, just so you know. I mean, this is but we allowed them way too much comfort. They made some threes early, and then during that run, we didn't adjust at all. To me, we were just giving too much space and not running them off the line. Like there's some things that we allowed them to get in a very comfortable shooting groove. And if we're going to do that with teams, we're going to be in for a long year.
Bryant was another kind of highlight guy for you today with a double-double, but really active and keeping some possessions alive.
Yeah, he had some good moments for sure. I thought he wore down a little bit. I mean, I played him 28 minutes, which is probably the most he's played all year. But by the end, I thought he was struggling up and down the court a little bit. But his rebounding and finishing at the rim and scoring, I mean, he's been in some big games before, and we need him to keep getting better for us to be successful.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.